welcome to the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. And the spit bucket is returning. We're going to do a quick weekend recap on some fights here. You know, obviously finishing off with the eye broken Billy Joe. You know, that's a pretty good fight. But number 5, Magomed defeating Liam Smith. I had to fight 115, 113 for Magomed. I thought he was pulling off more shots towards the end, and he made Liam Smith miss a lot. You know, it looked like Liam Smith was doing pretty well, but you know, you watch it. Some of it, a replay helped show you more he missed. And unfortunately, you know, judges don't have always the replay like we do. But I don't have my scorecard on there. I just cleaned the house and I actually threw the scorecard away. But I definitely had it. I didn't think it was a questionable one. Now, they kept saying how this fight was going to be with Tim Tszyu the winner. Like, again, I was saying what I heard Magomed said to Nestor Gibbs on the Boxing Voice. The winner of this fight gets the winner of Castellano and Charlo next. Because even though the Tim Tszyu fight just got announced, it was in the works. You know, the WBO knew of it. So their number one guy was trying to fight a guy who's not even in the rankings for the WBO. Jared Hurd's fighting on that Triller. And again, Magomed, even though this is his first step up fight, he fought number 2, a former WBO champion at that weight class. Tim Tszyu, hot global champion, but fought Jeff Horn. He fought names, but not quality ranked top 15 opponents by the WBO rankings. So yeah, he's number 1 because of the fashion. He's beating these people, but as far as ranked fighters, Magomed beat anyone. I mean, this victory over Liam Smith is better than anything Tim Tszyu has on his resume. So he's gonna jump him and become the fight. And again, it goes down to the title, the Intercontinental title. I've been telling you guys this whole time on the show, follow that belt. Follow the Intercontinental belt. It gets you to the champion. And leading to that, on this undercard, we had Kieran Conway. I believe he lost his WBA. Intercontinental belt. I'm trying to think who was the guy he was fighting. He was fighting the Anthony Joshua fighter. Can't think of his name down. Let me look him up. And that was tonight was just a night of breaking eye sockets. I mean, I thought his eye socket was broken as well, but he that's a, you know, should that fight have been stopped? The way he turned his back, it's the same way he turned Pulev turned his back, but that fight didn't get stopped against Anthony Joshua. But some people say it should have. Shishkoho, WBA Intercontinental Super Welterweight title. So obviously, Suleiman, he should be cracking the WBA top 15. Now, even though he just cracked it, again, follow that belt. And don't be surprised if Suleiman, unless the AJ's team and management choose to slow him down, don't be surprised if he gets a fast track in a year, probably like in 2 years, he's going to be somehow quickly up there to get a title shot. Quickly up there, from being not known, quickly up there. They figure these names are above him. Jason Rosario, Kerman Larrega, Gashi, Sergio Garcia, Anthony Fowler. Do you not see him hanging with those? Do you not? Some Bastion Fundora at number 2. Like I said, it's not a far stretch to push him right in that direction. Like I said, was that fight as close as the scorecard said, you know? Or was it as wide as one scorecard said for Conway? Or was it wide as the commentary team saw it on the zone? I got to go back and watch that fight a little more, because that was the one fight I think I fell asleep. Like I was, you know when you wake up and you've got a busy day and you're like, man, I got some boxing to watch. That was the one fight when the head bobbing was kicking in, like, oh, ring ding dong, ring ding 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 dong. My head was bobbing. I was like, oh shit. Fell asleep a little bit on that fight. Spit in the bucket though. I'll spit in the boxing still. So I will watch the fight. From what I've seen, I thought it was a close fight. I didn't think Homeboy pulled away that far, but again, I did fall asleep in massive rounds in that fight. I was tired as shit. And then moving on to Soto. It's Homeboy at the end of the fight, man, throwing the punches for the crowd. That shit was hilarious. Man. What was his name? Takayama. At the end, when the referee stopped and he was still throwing his little fist of furry at the end, the crowd gave him kudos, because like, you're getting your ass beat, but you know what? You're hanging in there. You're showing signs that you might make something happen, but the power is just a lot for you. Coming up from minimum weight, and it just lets you know, man. It makes you wonder, I should say. Yes, he has the power to always probably bail him out of some shots. Ken Shiru's a hell of a fight mover and a boxer, but will he take that power? But he's definitely I think a better mover than Takayama. But does he have a chin like fucking Kenichi? What is this guy's name? Katsunari Takayama, man. That dude had a chin. Hiroti Koguchi. Like I said, these two guys I think are better fighters. Hell, but I do see Felix Alvarado. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. I think I got Felix Alvarado stopping Soto, but I will see if Soto throws in between something. But with that reach and that height, and you saw Takayama was able to bang and box and move. You can easily outbox Soto if you could just avoid the shot that's going to come between or come at you when you deliver yours. Because Soto, I think, is just now if he starts getting behind that jab, like he showed when he's behind the jab, he's so much better. He's instead of just throwing his power shots, when it comes behind the jab, he's a much better fighter. But if now Alvarado coming forward with that pressure, with that reach, putting Soto on the back foot, that's gonna be scary. That's going to be scary for Soto to adapt, and I don't think he's going to be able to adapt to that. I believe Alvarado will move on him, and like I said, if Alvarado with that reach puts him on the back foot, that's dangerous. Alvarado is a wild card, undisputed threat in this thing. Like I said, I like Ken Shiro. I'm rooting for him, but just the way he sometimes leaves his head up straight. That's one thing a Japanese fighter's style does have. They will leave their head online. It's a scary thing, but I'm rooting for Kenshiro. But Alvarado's a very live dark horse. And like I said, I got him beating Soto, pushing him back. I think Soto is the weakest link. He just out of the champions, his power. You gotta worry about his power. Spit bucket, spitting it. right here, Dot Boxing on the Double RT Boxing Show. Mr. A presents the Spit Bucket, and we're talking the main event now. The main event of the weekend, Billy Joe Saunders. You know, I gotta say, I know everyone's saying Billy Joe Saunders quit and blah blah blah. I gotta say, this is a disgrace to his corner. This is a disgrace to his who's his corner tips. You know what type of guy Billy Joe Saunders is. You know his character. You know the shit he does, the backlash he catches. He should have stopped that fight the next round. Either have the doctor check out the eye in the corner and stop it, or send his ass back out there and stop it within like 20 seconds. Throw the towel in, you know? Don't wave it off. Yeah, his eye's fucked up, but don't wave it off, you know? Let the doctor wave it off. You know, don't you stop your fighter. Yes, it's your job to protect the fighter, send him back to his family, his wife, as a healthy man, a healthy father. I'm not knocking that. But, you know, there could have been a better way for you to stop that fight. You know, stop it incognito. And like I said, either let the doctor examine the eye and stop it, or send his ass back out there and have him move around. But like, you know what? I didn't like the way he wasn't being offensive, so I stopped. Now, as far as the fight, it was a tricky. The judges, we all know, like we said, we talked about it. You always got to worry about what the judges are gonna score with Canelo, and they had Canelo win the fight. Yeah, they only gave him like 2 rounds for Billy Joe Saunders, which is understandable. It's not die-hard questionable. I, like Chris Maddox, I had Billy Joe Saunders winning 78-75. I had it like 5-3. And I put on Twitter, Billy Joe Saunders is winning rounds. He's winning the little to no action rounds because Canelo's missing. You know, it's not like Billy Joe Saunders was doing a lot to win these rounds, convincingly win these rounds. You could have easily said, hey, as much as, which is I think the judges probably did do, you know, like, and we talked about it in the Let's Talk Who Wins breakdown. Billy Joe's gonna land some move, hit some move. So you're gonna like that? You're gonna like the in and out movement, the little pop points, or you're gonna like the 1 and 2 here and go, Canelo load up with a power shot. And it always goes with Canelo's aggressive power. Now this fight went exactly how I said it was gonna go. These guys were gonna cancel each other out. Canelo's gonna throw power shots, and the one thing I said Billy Joe Saunders needed to do to win was, will he be able to clinch Canelo? The fight was the clinch versus the power, and that's what Billy Joe was winning. Like I said, I gave him like that 5-3 because he was able to stop the action. And he did. He moved around the ring, got some points, grabbed Canelo, held him, pushed him to the ropes, and it made Canelo's action very little. He had a power shot here and there to a body, but it was very, very little, and he made Canelo miss a lot. So it was ring generalship, strategy to the little bit of offense. Oh, but again, you can judge it for a little bit of power shots. So it was more of what you say. That's why you're a judge. There's 3 of them. Again, the judges all had Canelo. Chris Maddox had my scorecard. Now, the punch itself, the uppercut. Again, what I said was so spot on when I said this. These guys are gonna figure it out. They're gonna go one layer to the next layer to the next layer of onion. They They kept figuring it out. In round 1, I gave it to Billy Joe Saunders just a little bit more. He moved. Round 2, Canelo said, okay, you moved. I'm going to put a little more pressure on you. Round 3, they're going at it. And you see every time Saunders was throwing something, Canelo was trying to counter with a right uppercut. It was hitting Billy Joe Saunders a lot in the body. And eventually, Billy Joe Saunders kind of figured that out. He started moving a little more, throwing counters. And I think it was around 5 or 6 when you saw how Billy Joe Saunders would throw something and he had ducked to his right, and Canelo was trying to throw that right uppercut. But the way Billy Joe Saunders was ducking, it was smothering that uppercut. And that was Billy Joe's adjustment to the uppercut. Before, like in the first 2 rounds, when Canelo did throw the right uppercut, it hit him in the stomach. So when he bent down low, so when Canelo did throw the right uppercut, it was either smothered by Billy Joe's shoulder or just it's too close to his forehead. And around 4 or 5, you saw Canelo make an adjustment. Like, wait a minute. He went to throw the right uppercut, and he pulled it, and then he turned his body, and he threw a left. It didn't quite get there, but you see right then and there, he made adjustments with his hips. Like, oh, shit. Like, why am I throwing the right when it's completely wide open if I just open my hips and start throwing the left uppercut? And that was the adjustment that ended the fight. You know, he made the adjustment. Beautiful, like I said, I thought it was a great fight. It was a pure boxing. Billy Joe Saunders had to work his ass off for the rounds. You can questionably give him. Like I gave it to him because ring generalship and the defense. You know, whose fight was we watching? You could say, oh, Canelo was pressing on the but Canelo does that. But we know Billy Joe Saunders is a mover. We know that is his style. That's the whole style that gives. So we were watching Billy Joe Saunders fight, and Canelo figured it out and broke his bone. But until he broke his bone, he was having a hard time catching. So I was giving those rounds to Saunders, but not convincingly. You know, it just how are you gonna not ring generalship is a real tricky one that doesn't get scored too often. And again, I really think Tibbs let Saunders down. I think he let him down big time. Have the doctor stop it or send his ass back out there and throw the towel in. But don't you stop it. It does not through. Billy Joe Saunders is a character. He gets too much shit. You know people are gonna. You know your fighter's an asshole, and people want to see him lose. Don't do that to him. Don't let him happen like that. He should have sent his ass back out there and threw the towel in. Or again, had the doctor stop it, not him. Because from what I seen, Tibbs looked. I felt his eye. Hey, your shit's all fuck. I could feel your bone moving under my thumb. I'm gonna stop it, you know. But no, have the doctor stop it. Have the doctor do all that shit. Like again, have the doctor stop it or send his ass back out there and then throw in the towel. That's how we're gonna spit on that. And I would like to see. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about what happened with Andrade and something else. I just want to end this real quick. But next week, I am looking forward to the big fight. I'm looking forward to next week is Dalton and Appleyard. Is it Appleyard or Applewood? But Lee Apple. You know, I'm looking forward to the Dalton. I think it's for the European. British European Commonwealth belt or something like that. But I'm very interested in that. Seeing Dalton try and get closer and closer to that European welterweight, European marquee title that Eddie keep promoting for this guy. So that's my fight of the week next week. I want to see what's Dalton and Lee Apple going to be doing. Thank you for your time and support. This is the Spit Bucket, the Double RT Boxing Show. We spitting that boxing right here in the Spit Bucket. Thank you for your time and support.